Alright, what's good YouTube, it's Aurzyn TF, and today I'm going to be showing y'all the best dribble moves on NBA 2K22. Now, I'm not only going to be showing you guys the best dribble moves for a play shot or something with a super high ball control. I'm going to be showing y'all different dribble moves for different ratings, so no matter what rating you have, I'm going to be showing y'all the correct dribble moves to put on and the best dribble moves to put on, no matter what rating you have. I'm going to talk about some of the new dribble moves that were added. Some of them were good, some of them were bad. So I'm going to get into that a little bit later in this video. But overall, I'm just going to be showing you guys my updated dribble moves and overall which dribble moves are the absolute best ones to put on in NBA 2K22. But before we get into it, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and drop a like if this video did help you out. And without wasting too much more time, let's get straight into the video. Alright guys, so before we get into the actual dribble moves, just want to go over two quick things. First one is going to be your badges. You're going to want to go to playmaking badge, and you can see these are the badges I have on. Honestly, if I wasn't throwing lobs, I would have special delivery on. But this is something, these are kind of like the badges I would put on if you are a point guard or for really any playmaker. These are going to be the most important badges. Bullet passer, bailout, bronze. A lot of people put bullet passer higher, but I really only think you need a bronze. I'm not gonna lie, like there's never really a situation where I'm like, damn, if I have Hall of Fame bullet passer, the shot would have got off in time. Like, it's really not like that, and I feel like bullet passer is one of the most overrated badges in the entire game. You guys might disagree, some people might disagree, but that's just my opinion. But going for these other badges, Hall of Fame handles for days, Hall of Fame quick first step, and Hall of Fame quick chain are all very important badges, as well as unpluckable. Unpluckable is a very important badge. Now, hyperdrive is where I kind of like disagree that it's essential. I think it's kind of a luxury badge. If you have the badges to put it on, I would definitely recommend putting it on. But if you don't, it's not the end of the world in my opinion. Yes, it helps out, it's good, but not having it won't make or break you as a dribbler. Now, if you have more badges than this, you can always put on ankle breaker, floor general, dimer for your teammates, space creator, tight handles, anything you want. And overall, these right here are kind of just the main necessity badges, and like I said, if you have more badges, you can put those other ones on. Now, another quick thing that I do want to mention before I get into the dribble moves is going to be Gatorade. If you're running out of stamina or you have a problem running out of stamina when dribbling, I would suggest maybe trying to buy Gatorade. I do not buy Gatorade. However, I would recommend to do your weekly Gatorade workout if you do not have gym rat. That's going to give you an extra stamina bar for free instead of buying Gatorade. Gatorade can be expensive, and honestly, it's kind of just a waste of VC because you don't even make it back. So go do your Gatorade workout instead of buying Gatorade. And now let's get into the next thing. Alright, so one final thing is going to be in your controller settings. Just real quick, you're going to want your pro stick function on either dribble moves or default. Do not have it on shots, because if it's on shots, then you're not going to be able to dribble at all. It's most likely not on shots. Just make sure it's on default. I see a lot of people putting it on only dribble moves, but I don't know why. I like dunking with the right stick. I use the right stick to dunk, so I don't know why people put it on only dribble moves. I like it on default. You still can do all the dribble moves, so my recommendation would be to have it on default, as well as make sure your pro stick orientation is on absolute. You do not want this on camera relative. Alright, so now getting into the actual dribble moves, starting off with the dribble style. These right here are going to be three very good dribble styles. Now, Paul George is one of the new dribble styles that was added, and I've seen a decent amount of people actually using this in game. It's very similar to Steve Nash. However, with the dribble style, it's kind of just preference. It's how you dribble, it's how you like dribbling. Me personally, my favorite one is Quick out of these three. I think Quick is the best out of these three. However, if you're an ISO player or even a guard, I would maybe suggest trying out Steve Nash. Steve Nash is very good. I've seen a lot of people use it as well as Paul George. I've also seen a lot of people be using Paul George. So make sure you guys try all three of these out and see which one works best for you. All three of these work. All three of them are very good dribble moves. It really just comes down to preference and which one you want to use. Okay, so now getting into the signature size ups. And we're going to be talking about the new one. So right here, this Aurzyn dude, do not put this dribble move on. He has like this weird, like fancy, like crossover move, and I don't know, it's just weird. I'm literally just saving you time by telling you to not put this on because it is absolutely horrendous. Now, another one that was added is going to be Steph Curry right here, and this is actually one of the ones I have found to be very, very good. Steph Curry, along with Steve Nash, was also added, I believe. Steve Nash's signature size up is also very, very good. I was testing out all the dribble moves earlier, and I found that Steve Nash and Steph Curry, out of the 4 new ones, Westbrook was also added, but out of the 4 new ones, Steph Curry and Steve Nash were the best ones. Now, out of all of these on my screen, the ones I would definitely recommend you guys try out are going to be D Rose, Kemba Walker, Steve Nash, Steph Curry, and if you have a lower ball control rating, D Wade. Now that we are a couple months into the game, you know, we've had 3 seasons, and we've had 3 seasons worth of dribble moves, there's a lot more options, and there's a lot more flexibility and preference when it comes to dribble moves now, just because there's so many options. So, my personal favorite before this season was D Rose, but I have now put on Steph Curry. I don't know, D Rose is very, very good, it's very, very glitchy, but for me, it's almost like too glitchy for me, and I don't really like that. I like it having a more clean crossover and a more clean speed boost. So Steph Curry is the one I've been using so far in season 3, but I would also suggest trying out Steve Nash, Derrick Rose. I would say Derrick Rose is probably better than Kemba Walker. These were the 2 signature setups that we started out the year with. I would say D Rose is probably better, but it's all preference, so I would maybe suggest trying out each of them and seeing which one works best for you. However, my main recommendations would be D Rose, Steph Curry, and if you have a lower ball control, D Wade. Now, signature combos do not really matter. They don't really affect anything. It's just a combo move where you like press one button and it does like a series of moves. They're not very good. I wouldn't suggest really using them, and I don't really use mine, even though I have Jay Williams on. Jay Williams is the best one, but I don't even use the move. I wouldn't bother with it, but if you do want it, Jay Williams, and if you have a lower ball control, I would say Luka Doncic. Moving on to the size up escape packages, I have the best ones on my screen right here. Now, in season 2, we got Damian Lillard, which at the time was probably the best size up escape package we could have asked for. It went along very, very well with the left-right glitchy move, and for that reason right there, I no longer use Damian Lillard's size of escape package. Because of the fact Damian Lillard works so well with the left-right, it's just not that good anymore, because a lot of the time when you do a speed boost out of this, it still gives you a left-right, and it's very, very slow now. So I do not like Damian Lillard. I personally have gone back to Trae Young on my guard. However, on my play glass, I have kept Damian Lillard for the huge AI step back from 20 that I did make a separate video on a couple days ago. So my main recommendations would be, if you are a guard, I would highly suggest putting on Trae Young. In my opinion, it's by far the best size of escape package in the whole game. But if you are an ISO player, I would maybe suggest keeping Damian Lillard just for that super long AI step back from 2K20. Next one is moving crossover. Now, moving crossover has not changed too much. LeBron is still the best one. It's going to be Pro 2 from previous years if you played 2K20. And yeah, it's really just the best crossover. That's the simplest way to put it. Put on LeBron James moving crossover. Moving behind the back, now there's 2 good options both right here, Damian Lillard and Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen is my personal preference just because it has like this quick behind the back. However, Damian Lillard is also very, very good for creating a lot of space. So I would suggest buy both of these, try both of them out, and see which one you prefer better. Now, a lot of these dribble moves, I'm giving you multiple options because some people don't like certain dribble moves. It all comes down when dribbling to really what fits your playstyle and how you dribble. So I'm giving you guys multiple options in order to fit your playstyle. Me personally, I use Scottie Pippen. However, Damian Lillard is also a solid option. Now, moving spin, I haven't really seen any good ones this year besides basic. I use basic purely for the spin back move. If you guys have ever seen my dribble tutorials, I explain how to do it. It's just a spin back move. You need basic moving spin to use it. So that's why I run basic moving spin, and that's the one I would suggest for you to run to. Now, moving on to the next one, moving hesitation. This move, I don't particularly use it, so I just have Kevin Durant on. I literally do not use this move. Like the same with that signature combo move. I don't use the move. and it's really just not that useful for me to even have the move. But the best one in my opinion is going to be Kevin Durant. And moving on to the next one now. Okay, so for moving step backs right here, there's going to be two different options that are very, very good. The first one is going to be Kyrie Irving, and this is the one I do use on my play shot, as I'm on my play shot right now. However, another solid option that I have not put on my play shot is going to be Jimmy Butler. I'd probably even say Jimmy Butler is better than Kyrie Irving. I don't have it bought on this player, obviously, but Jimmy Butler is a very, very good moving step back. And it's kind of like a moving hesitation. It's kind of like an alternative to the moving hesitation, just because the moving hesitations in this game are very, very bad. So I would suggest putting on Jimmy Butler for your moving step backs. And that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope it helped you guys out. If you are new around here, make sure that sub button, make sure to hit that like button. I appreciate you all for watching this video, and I'm out, man. Peace.